Claire, thank you for joining me today on Pop Culture Unplugged.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats on Play Dirty. Like how exciting has this been? What's your world been like?
It's been amazing. It's been really cool. I shot it in Australia last year, so it's been a long time coming, and to have it finally out in the world and like be driving down Sunset seeing billboards has been really cool. It's been really amazing. But then, some on Friday night I was at the laundromat and I was like highs and lows.
Yeah, but you can't complain. You have a Shane Black film. That's got to be awesome with an incredible ensemble.
Yeah, it's amazing. He is incredible, and yeah, it was really cool to work with him. I feel really lucky.
So I was doing some research. You've done theater, television, and now this. First of all, what do you enjoy the most now? Theater, TV, movies? What's your
I
pick?
like I like the paycheck with
Okay.
film and TV more than theatre. I started out in theatre, so I trained. I went to like a drama school, and then I did like my first kind of 10 years in the industry was mostly theatre. So it's definitely where I kind of like got my, I guess, like cut my teeth and learnt to kind of like play with different texts and genres and directors and characters and it meant that when I finally did get to start to get more screen roles and did start to kind of like find myself on a Shane Black set, I felt really ready for it and way more experienced than if I had have kind of like
Yeah.
shot to Hollywood straight out of drama school. So but I love it all. I haven't done a play for 4 years, and that's been a deliberate choice to kind of like forge my path in the screen world, but I'd love to go back and do it one day.
So what's the next? What's the goal now? What's the next on the bucket list now that you've done a few different things?
I'd love to write and produce. That's
Okay.
probably next on the bucket list. Yeah, I think that's what's next for me. I'd also love, I mean, I've been doing a lot of comedy. I'd love to do some indie drama.
Mm.
I'd love to just like I love to kind of go method with stuff. So I'd love to get like one character and get like 6 months to like go deep and then like shoot it, and that would be really fun as well.
What about for like a role? Is there a certain role that you kind of hope you get your hands on? I know you said comedy, everything, but like a certain specific role that you want to get your teeth in?
I think something, I mean, the thing I love about acting is being a chameleon and
Okay.
transforming. So
Okay.
something if I could really transform, yeah, and go like, I don't know, live in a hut for a month.
Mm.
Just something where I like really kind of go deep, where I forget I'm even acting. I love like Mike Lee, and
Okay.
his process. So working with him would be a dream. But I also like in terms of comedy, my favorite show is The Office, the British Office.
Yeah.
So I think I also would really love to do like a workplace comedy, a workplace sitcom where I'm just playing one character and I'm improvising and kind of like staying with a character for like 5 seasons would also be amazing. So yeah, any and all.
Right. Especially now with the day of streaming and the way the things are coming out, you probably have a shot at something like that because you could do a little bit of everything, be on one streaming platform, go to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been pretty amazing, particularly in Australia because of the rise of streamers. And in Australia, we have really enticing tax
Okay.
offsets. So a lot of American productions and British productions, well, not British actually, just American, have filmed in Australia in the last 5 years. So it's been amazing for the actors there to be able to kind of be in Australia, but have an opportunity to work with these amazing actors and directors, and then have their work seen all over the world, without having to leave their comfortable
Mm.
Sydney homes.
So how did the role of Brenda come to you? Like, was it an audition? Somebody you worked before say we might have a part for you? How did this happen?
It was an audition. It just
Okay.
came through my agent, and I looked at it and I thought, well, I'm never going to get this,
Oh, come on.
but I'll just have a go. And it was
Yeah.
one of those tapes where I was in DC with my boyfriend's family, and we shot it in his sister's bedroom, and the lighting was bad. And I remember I was like, oh, this is going really badly. And then my boyfriend was like, just have fun with it. Just have fun and play. And then I did a take where I just had fun with it. And that was the take I sent. And then I think like four months later, I got a call saying that Shane wanted to meet with me, and he was already in Australia at that point. And then, and I was like, what, play dirty? And I remember like looking it up and being like, that tape. So it was one of those things you hear a lot about sometimes actors like throw something away and that's the job they get. And I never thought this would be the one I would get. But
Uh,
he when I met him, he responded to that kind of playfulness that I had in that take and a bit of ad-libbing, and I didn't realize, but yeah, that was right up his alley. So yeah, and then from then I got the offer, and yeah, it was pretty amazing.
So what was the like when you first stepped on set? Tell us a little about that. What was the one thing that hit you the first?
Oh my God, I can't even remember. Oh, the first day on set, I mean, the first thing that hit me was just the scale of it, like different trailers, obviously different trailers, but
Yeah.
like the size of it all and like the holding areas. But it's a set is a set is a set
Mm,
is a set. Like a lot of the Aussie crew I knew from previous projects, so that was a really nice kind of
okay.
touchstone and familiarity for me. But we shot the first scene we shot was when we're all in the van and we have Chakudi blindfolded, so we were all
Mm,
sort of in there, and honestly, I was just hanging on for dear life. I was like a duck, like you wouldn't have known.
yeah.
But internally, I was like, "Be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool." I remember Shane was like, "We're going to do a set." I think I still don't remember the terminology, and it was a different terminology that I don't wasn't familiar with. And I was like, "What's that?" And then Mark was like, I got you," and I was like, "Okay, okay, okay." So it was a bit like, but then once I kind of like got comfortable, and everyone was so lovely.
Mm,
Yeah, but yeah, the first day was a bit like, "Bleh."
that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about now, like with Brenda and Ed, like how would you describe their dynamic in the film? Like what stands out, like in the film, you get a mix of a little bit of criminals, con artists.
Yeah, I think the thing that I love about them and that people have really responded to is their chemistry, the dynamic.
Uh,
They kind of bicker. They kind of like are that couple that have been married. We decided they'd been married for 10 years, so they kind of like know how to push each other's button, get under each other's
uh,
skin, but they also really love each other and they have fun together. And they choose to do this life, live this life. They're not living this life of criminality because they are desperate and they need to. They're doing it because it's really fun and they get a real kick out of it. So those were kind of the choices that we made, and then that informed the relationship that allowed us to be really playful and I think a nice point of difference within the film because everyone is so badass.
yeah.
Whereas I feel like I mean, we're the kind of like a bit more of the comedic relief. So, yeah, I think it was super fun to do.
Mm. Keegan-Michael's got a lot of background in improv. Did you guys get a chance to do improv for any of the scenes?
Yeah, we did.
You
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. And it was so cool. I mean, I started rewatching Key and Peele before we started
Okay.
filming. And then I was like, I can't keep watching this. I'm going to psych myself out because he's so amazing. But yeah, we would kind of like come with our ideas and pitch them to Shane and kind of chat with each other. And sometimes my ideas, sometimes I don't know if my ideas are good or not. I'm still kind of refining that barometer of what's good. Or so I would sometimes kind of say to Keegan, like, "Hey, is this funny?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Tell Shane." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I like the Bruno Mars says it's the one on the left. That was my idea, but I didn't know if it was funny. And then Keegan was like, "Yeah, that's funny. Tell." So there's that sort of stuff where he was like a really great. He kind of encouraged me as well,
Mm.
and yeah, Shane is so playful. Like often we'd keep the cameras rolling at the end of a take and just see what happened, and yeah, so lots of fun.
Mm. Did you and Keegan like go back and forth too with other ideas or like how do you want it to play certain scenes? Just scenes that we had you two only.
Yeah, we definitely would we talk about it. Like when we were in the on the subway getting changed, like we had lots of different versions of that we wanted to try. And so I remember we were in the makeup chair and we were kind of like spitballing which versions. And I think when we
Mm.
shot it we had like A, B and C version because we had different ideas of where that little vignette could go. So it was, yeah, very collaborative, and like his brain for comedy is just so incredible that he just knows how to kind of the timing and sometimes I watching the movie, sometimes I'm like, oh, that bit only works because of the way he set it up. Like his
Mm.
timing is so specific, and yeah, he's just like so talented. So yeah, it was awesome.
Mm. So the movie, we have comedy, we have action. Now, any stunts? Did you do any of your own stunts?
Well, my only stunt is I came in with a gun.
Yeah.
And I played a detective once before and I was like, I don't believe this. I don't know if anyone else will. So I'd had a little bit of gun train. I know that you have to like hold it like that and
Mm.
like do that sort of thing. So That was real. Oh, I had to put a blindfold. That's not a stunt. I had to put a blindfold on Jakku, but that was actually surprisingly challenging because we were on the move. But no, I just had to kind of come in holding a gun and look like I knew what to do with it, which I didn't. So no, no
Yeah.
major stunts other than that.
Next time, right?
Next time, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was actually when I was reading more about the movie and everything, like, do you think there's gonna maybe we'll see you can see your character again down the road? There could be a possible
totally.
spin-off or something, or another movie with this.
Totally. I think if there were any sequels or spin-offs, I think yeah, there's definitely a world in which we
Mm.
pop up again for
Yeah.
sure. We didn't mess up anything too badly in for Parker, so I feel like he'd have us back.
So what do you so like when the audience tunes in, what do you hoping they get out of this film when they watch this?
I hope that, I mean, I hope it inspires them to go and look at other Shane Black films because he's just such a master in this genre. But I just hope they're entertained and that they laugh and are surprised. I think there's, the thing that I loved about when I first read the script is that it's constantly subverting and flipping
Yeah.
it on its head and his twists and he's constantly pulling the rug out. And so as an audience, I think you just don't know what's going to happen next. But also the dialogue is so witty and dark that it's also really the characters are kind of twisted and that's really interesting to watch and seeing it at the premiere with a live audience seeing what they responded to was really awesome. I think there's such a great mix of characters as well, so I just hope people are entertained and yeah, and have a laugh.
There you go. So like when you watch the premiere and everything, like, there might have been scenes that were left out. Do you feel like, oh my God, they should have added this scene or they should have took something out? Like, how do you see your movies at?
It's so hard to remember, like when you're filming something, like you do so many takes, and with Shane, we would do so many different versions of things as well. Like there was a
Yeah.
few things I remember doing that I wondered if would make it in.
Mm.
But also the movie's so long, and once you kind of hit that second, third act, you just have to kind of drive it home. So there's less time for kind of like funny gags and stuff. So I was really delighted by how much of our improv and ad lib made it in, and but I'd also love to see some deleted scenes. I think that would be awesome. Like what everyone else was doing was amazing as well. Like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So what if Shane came up to you and said, "Hey, let's do a story with Brenda and Ed. What do you want to see? What would you want to see?"
Oh, I mean, I think maybe stealing the Mona Lisa or something, that could be good because then you get to shoot
Mm.
in Paris.
There you go.
There you go.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
good.
Pretty good. So what's next for you now? Any other projects you'd like to tell us about? You got
Yeah,
coming up?
I just earlier this year I filmed a TV show in Hong Kong called The Season, which is from the creators of Crazy Rich Asians, which is going to be on Hulu. That's going to come out early next year, and I also have a short film called DIY that's screening at Screamfest
Oh, wow.
at the Chinese Theatre this weekend, and then it's going to go to Austin Film Fest. I'm going to go to Austin Film Fest for that as well. So
Mm.
fun things, fun
Then
things.
just keep grinding away.
Yep, keep grinding away.
Hey, Claire, I want to thank you for giving me this was great. Good luck with hopefully we'll see more of these characters too down the road.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.